I realize I'm late. Okay, this is gonna be a bit weird because I can't remember which parts I have told you in the past and which parts I only said specifically on the last week's video. If you're wondering why I'm so late, it's because technical difficulties were up in the air all over the place. Real difficult time. I'm gonna try again. See what happens. On a positive note, at least I tried. Some people just didn't do it. As for the big news in my life, in case I didn't say this in the last videos, I got the part in the movie I auditioned for, and I got the part I wanted too. I got to play the dickweed. So I'll be meeting tomorrow. I've already got my script. I've been reading through it. I really like his lines. I'll be reading. I'll be going to Franklin, which for those of you who don't go to Kent, Franklin is like a communications building. And there I'll get measurements for costumes, and I'll be bringing some of my own clothes to see if I can just use one of those for the guy. So we'll see how that goes. Other notes, so I've been, making stuff for the book, coming along great. Almost totally done with characters. I went through the whole spiel of coming up with characters. I'm pretty much done with that. The only part now is either getting rid of characters I don't need and making the story work without them, or mashing characters together so it's not as convoluted. Because not too many, but too many more than I'd like. But like I said, basic enough people I already knew made it real easy. Last night, I did my first radio show with my co-host Cameron on Black Squirrel Radio. We have a show called Sunday Toppings, where we just talk about the top things from the past week, and we say them on Sunday. So that's how we came up with Sunday Toppings. Lots of technical difficulties, partly because it was our first time and nobody showed us how to use the tech. No one was even there. It was seriously just me and Cameron at 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, alone in the Franklin building, trying to figure out this soundboard, which I'm sure to Nate or Jazeel, if you watch these, obviously Matt, it would seem like nothing, but to us it's like trying to read a Jewish scroll or something. Okay, I realize I don't actually know what the theme of this week is. I'm not a slave to the theme, but it helps me come up with things to say, much as I'm sure it does for some of you. But since I can't think of the theme, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Some of you might have already heard the story, so I apologize. This is pretty much how the video is going to end, so you can X out of it now if you want to. For those of you who haven't heard it, though, this is the story of the Great Splenda Heist. The Great Splenda Heist is a tale of a heist I pulled off when I used to work at Independence Village. So how it goes is this. It's my last day at a job that I hate, and I want to steal something as my last hurrah while being here. Problem is, I'm doing dishes that day. What I want to steal is this 5-pound bag of chocolate chips they keep in the fridge. But being on dishes, I can't go into the fridge. I have no reason to go into the fridge, so it looks suspicious. On top of that, the only way I'm sneaking it out is if I put it in this backpack I brought. But if I'm going to the fridge with a backpack, it's going to look mighty like I'm trying to take something. So my thought was, when I get there, I'll tell my boy, Mauricio, some of you know him as Denim Dan, is going to go into there for me. He's going to get the bag of chocolate chips, bring it out, I get the bag of chocolate chips, put it in the bag, the book bag, break out of there like a mofo. But it doesn't work out because he's not there either. So I'm thinking, how do I get this out? I decide there's no possible way for me to get this out without looking like I'm going to steal something. So I just steal something else, something that's not in the fridge. We have dry storage, so we go into dry storage and look around. And I see this magnanimous box of Splenda. To try to give you an idea of how big this is, because it's actually very impressive how much Splenda is in there. Imagine a box about the size of a standard microwave, filled to the brim with Splenda. So we're talking at least 500 packets of Splenda, most likely more, in this box. And I see it, and multiple boxes behind it. So I think, great, I'll steal as much Splenda as I use Splenda in everything. So I use it on Cheerios, for Christ's sakes. So I'll take all the Splenda I need for for the rest of my life out of this box. So I go in there, clock is striking. I hear my boss outside the door that I have closed and barred with a shelf so they can try to steal the Splenda. So I'm freaking out. I just take the whole box, the whole huge box of Splenda, dump it in the backpack. So now I'm rocking a good 600 to 700 packets of Splenda. It weighs at least 2 to 3 pounds. Uh, it's quite a heft. Slung the backpack over, cheetah out of there, careening down the hallway, but I know my boss sees me. Or, well, at this point now, my ex-boss sees me. And I'm thinking, oh god, what if he follows me to my car? Who's going to want to see what's in the backpack? I'm so freaked out, I don't think he doesn't have a legal right to see what's inside my backpack. At least I don't think he does. So, when I get to my car, I see my gym bag. And I think, okay, great. I'm going to take all the Splenda, I'm going to toss it in the gym bag. That's exactly what I do. And it's hailstorming out of one bag into the other for a good solid 30 seconds because there's so much Splenda I took. And so I threw the empty green backpack in the back seat next to the loaded gym bag. And I break out, speed away. Fast forward to the next day when I go to the gym with that gym bag, and this girl comes up to me and we start talking, and she asks for my number, and I'm like, sure thing. Reach for the bag of the gym bag, accidentally, because my phone's supposed to be in there. Reach in, accidentally pull the whole bag. It flips over, so zipper side down, and just an impressive hurricane of Splenda rains down upon my ankles, mountains of it going up halfway up to my calves, spreading out across the floor, Splenda everywhere, all circling all around me, more Splenda than can even be described as suspicious. I look like a crazy person who brings 2 to 3 pounds of Splenda with him everywhere. And the woman starts freaking out. She actually screams. She actually makes a vocal yell of surprise of all this fucking Splenda. So I look at her and I say, I could try to explain this. There's no way to explain this. And so she even is like, do you still want my number? In that moment, I really should have said yes, but in the moment of shame, I just go, no, it's okay. And then I get down shamefully on my knees and just start scraping Splenda back into my gym bag, like I'm Gollum trying to take his ring with him. This is my precious. You can't have it. Ah! I walked out of that gym in shame. I never saw her again, and I'd like to believe that I somehow scared her away. That she saw this is the type of people that go to this gym, Splenda hoarding weirdos. So that's about where that story ends. I had Splenda on deck for months. It was freaking awesome. I still actually have some of it left. I threw it in that box, that yellow box right there. So yeah, I haven't bought any artificial aspartame sweeteners in quite some time, and I won't for at least a good another 2 weeks, maybe even 3, which for me is a lot, because I use it 3 times a day. So that's about the end of my story. Sorry I missed last week. Like I said, technical difficulties up the wazoo. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Or at least the ones who still post videos at this point. And I hope you all enjoy your night.